What happens after I put an offer on a home that I just loved? This is what I want to talk to you about right now. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Hi, welcome back. This is Natalia Echeverri with Coldwell in Weston, Florida. You get a little bit nervous, especially if this is your first home and you're confused about the process. There's many steps, many deadlines that you have to just be very careful, but at the same time you're excited. I want to tell you what is the process exactly and what to expect so you feel a little bit more comfortable knowing exactly what's going to happen next. Making the offer. First things first, we need a pre-approval letter or a proof of funds if you are buying cash. What does this mean? It means that you have to contact your bank, your mortgage broker, your lender to see if they can provide you with a pre-approval letter. A pre-approval letter will say that you can buy a house. They will give you your approximate purchase price, how much you can afford. They will give you the interest rate. They will check your papers and see if everything is right so you can buy a house, right? Remember also that before making that offer, we need to discuss a couple of things. Number one, the purchase price. We already talked about that. That all depends on what were you pre-approved for. So that's, of course, basics. Then we need to discuss how much are we going to put as a deposit or a good faith estimate. That money will be held in an escrow account and it will stay there as a credit to you. You won't lose that money. I mean, that money is not going to go anywhere. That will be in there for you, but we need to know how much are you willing to pay as a deposit. It also depends on the price of the house. You want to make it more appealing, the higher the better, but it's something that we can talk and discuss and plan. We need to discuss what is the closing date. What are you looking for? What that person, the seller, is asking for. Maybe they don't want to close in 30 days, they want to close in 60 days. Is that doable? Is something that is good for you and your family? The inspection period, all right? We have that inspection period, which is very, very important, and that deadline is crucial in this process. We have from let's say 0 days all the way to 15 days. Now in this DNA, the sooner the better. 3 days is a little bit too much. Think about this. We sign today, we make an appointment. We don't know if that inspector is going to be available next day to give us the report the other day. So, to be safe enough, minimum, I will say 5 days. And people likes that because that date defines if we are going to continue with the contract or not. So the sooner the better for the seller. For you, sometimes it's a matter of receiving the report, reviewing the report, thinking about is it doable? Is something that I want? The problems maybe no house is perfect. That the house is something that you're willing to work with. So we submit that offer and our offer gets accepted. That's perfect. We love it. That's the ideal. But then we have to move fast with a couple of things. Number one, as I mentioned, we need to deposit that escrow money and the title company within 3 days of both parties signing that offer. So that's very important. It has to be really quick. We cannot miss that deadline. Deadline number 2 in this process, the inspection period. So we have to call that inspector and ask him when is a good time for him to go and check the house, inspect the house. That is very, very important. Your loan application needs to start 5 days from the executed contract. At this point, we are ready to go. Bank is ready to submit the documents. In the meantime, I want you to think about this. This is very important. Everything is in the line. Your credit, your financial situation. Do not make any purchases. Do not do anything with your credit. Do not open any credit cards. Don't buy a car. Don't buy furniture. Don't buy anything. Just limit yourself to buy your groceries and we'll be fine. That you don't need, that might affect your credit situation at the end. Because yes, you got accepted and pre-approved with the bank for a certain amount of money, and at the end they will check everything again. So please do not touch anything. That's something really, really important. Moving forward with our purchase. So then after we do escrow inspection, apply for a loan, we're gonna start looking for insurance with policies, okay? You know, some insurance companies have more options than others. I would just advise you to just call a couple of them. They will give you a code with the address, date of birth, and your name, and it's pretty simple. So you need to start working on that as well as soon as possible. These are the most important things that you need to know about making an offer on a property and the steps that follows that. So after this, everything will be just, I guess, you know, sometimes every deal is different. Everything's supposed to be super good. Bank will start ask you for documents. You know, I'll get in touch with you regarding maybe the association, just minor things. But this is the most important steps that you need to know when making an offer. So please let me know if this is helpful. You can call me anytime and I will see you next week.